What would you do if you weren't afraid? If you weren't afraid to take risks, if you weren't afraid to come up with ideas that might not work, if you weren't afraid to be creative, to create things.
Greetings, I am Dr. Charity Rowe Marshall, and I am so excited. It's the first day of the Innovation Studio Atlanta, hosted by Time2Give. Our students are already in, they are working, our staff, they're motivated, passionate, and excited. We have so much in store for these 4 weeks of innovation with our youth participants. Thank you again to the City of Atlanta. Thank you to Mayor Andre Dickens, and we're giving special honor to Ambassador Andrew Young and Mrs. Carolyn Young for your participation in this collaboration as well. We look forward to all that's to come in Innovation Studio Atlanta.
There's a famous photographer out of Memphis. He has an idea. His idea was to take photos. We're taking those photos and putting them on products that are useful to people in everyday life. What you see on the front of this is a historic image from Ernest Withers, who was a photographer out of Memphis during the Civil Rights era.
The thing I care about the most now is the stuff we're doing with things like Time2Give. So how do you go find ways to have conversations like this? And my path now is that how do I shortcut somebody else's path? So if it took me 20 years to get to where I am, if I could find somebody and say how to help them get there in 5 years, that's my focus now.
The thing about it is you have to believe that, I don't care if you're 14, 15, 16, you're never too young to start. And start where you are with what you have.
You don't get mad in a fight. If you get mad in a fight, you lose the fight. Your mind is the most powerful weapon you have. And if you follow your mind can lead you out of the fight. Don't get mad, get smart.
Real luck is opportunity meeting your preparation, right? Being prepared, all your tries will accumulate to you meeting a point of opportunity. And as long as you tried, you get that opportunity, you're prepared.
I actually got to teach Shaquille O'Neal how to vibe code. I do quite a bit of teaching at Stanford University and then through a community college called campus.edu. Shaquille O'Neal turned out to be one of the first investors in campus.edu. So he flew down to Atlanta to shoot some content and learn how to make some applications. So he made him about 7 different apps in about 75 minutes.
It's week 3 at the Innovation Studio by Time2Give, powered by the Legacy Line, partnered with the City of Atlanta. And we're so excited to be here at the National Center of Civil and Human Rights, where our innovators get the opportunity to stand, breathe, and move in the very space that honors the legacy of our history and our city. Right now, actually, they're on an innovator scavenger hunt, realizing how they can tie entrepreneurship, civil legacy, and innovation all together at the same time. This week, we're working on marketing, advertising, but also honoring the history of our city. And we're so excited that this gets to take place right here at the museum. They've adapted into leadership executives and board members and high-ranking roles in their company. And so we're so excited for them to tell you a lot more about the work that they've done over the past 4 weeks. Will our CEOs actually go get your products from your exhibit tables? Now, we said that the Innovation Studio is also powered by the Legacy Line. The Legacy Line is committed to advancing the idea of storytelling and cultural storytelling in our community. And so they have helped us develop these products and actually manufacture these items. Now, they will speak about their products, so I'm not going to put them on the spot right now, but what you see is our first group or our first team, they created an Ambassador Andrew Young legacy mug. Our next group or company created the Mrs. Carolyn Young coaster set. Immediately to my left of him is the Ambassador Andrew Young wood print commemorating the 1996 Olympics. Now, of course, we have those who want to go above and beyond. And they got their first product and said, we want to see Ambassador Young a little more. And we need to be able to see Mrs. Young's beautiful smile. So you'll see the insulated stainless steel tumbler, but then also that same print made on a white tumbler as well. And last but certainly not least, we had a group to create an acrylic puzzle. It was so neat to see their responses and reactions to what their ideas created in real time.
And so I'm proud of you students for completing this program. You committed your time, your energy, and your creativity. And I hope it's been all that you expected it to be. I know that this was so much more than just a summer job. You were able to create and present this capstone project. And you got paid for it. Of course, getting paid is great. Trust me, I get that part. But I also know that experience is going to be a bigger thing than even the paycheck, because it's going to pay dividends way down the line. You got hands-on experience with careers that did not exist when I was your age. You got a glimpse of some of the industries that are shaping our future. More importantly, you got to see that there is a place for you in our future.
So when I was in you all's shoes, I was a soccer player. I played basketball. At 6 years old, 5, 6 years old, I was super shy. I heard that there's a couple shy people in the room. I stuttered horribly as a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, so I didn't hardly talk at all because I was afraid and ashamed that what might come out would embarrass me. So I had people from very early age, the home team, that would encourage me to continue to study, continue to try. And over time, I got over my speech impediment. So I just want to encourage you to keep going, keep trying. And I think talent, just raw talent, will actually lose to people who are disciplined and continue to do things every single day, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time.
You will never do anything in the world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. Don't wait for the someday that may never come. Start your bucket list now. Call on your courage. Take risks. Be bold. Be you. Flawless, fearless. Be fearless in all you do. You are brave. You were very brave this morning. Bravery is not always something big, like laying down your life for a cause. Sometimes bravery is something smaller, like that pushing through the pain and getting through the day. Don't be afraid to chase your dreams. There's no limit to courage.
One of the great opportunities of our program is that our students, they were able to sit down with Ambassador Young and ask questions and glean from his insight. And one of the things that he shared with them, that he often shares, is this memorable quote that says, "Don't get mad, get smart," okay? And so we're so excited that today our participants and attendees will walk home with this lapel pin that says, "Don't get mad, get smart."
I was thinking, I never even heard the term CEO until I was about 60 years old. The first time I heard CEO, it was being used by Dexter King. And he wanted to be the CEO of the Martin Luther King Center. And I said, "What is CEO?" And he said, "Chief Executive Officer." So whatever you learned in the last 4 weeks, figure almost every 4 weeks in the middle in your life, you can learn something new. Yeah. You can define yourself just like you've redefined yourself as CEO, CFO. Technology is moving so fast.
Yes, it is.
And you are going to have to move with it, and you're going to have to help redefine it. And then after you define it, you're going to have to control it.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest takeaway is what Ambassador Young said, don't get mad, get smart.
All students are ready to learn, and when you give them the skills to execute, they all rise to the occasion.
My favorite thing about the Innovation Studio is that we get to use technology or AI in different ways than people just think about it, and that we get to communicate with different people and put all our thoughts together and to build a good product.
It was very eye-opening to see, and I absolutely enjoyed it, because once they started to get open and they started to get more comfortable with the things that we were doing, that's when we started to see their personality show.
I learned how to use platforms like Google, Gemini, ChatGPT, and other resources. I learned how to use them and how to correctly use them and the ways around it and what can be safe and unsafe using those kind of platforms. So that was very interesting and fun to me.
We're so excited to be wrapping up our 5th annual time as a signature partner for the City of Atlanta's Summer Youth Employment Program. We had a phenomenal group of kids this summer, and just to watch their growth from the 4 weeks has been astounding.